What's going on, all you gamers? Here we are back with some more Diablo 2 Resurrected, and today I'm going to be giving one really helpful tip for people that are struggling with the game and maybe they're a little bit new to it, a beginner, or they've just come back to it after a few years off. So if you want to know why I think you should be using Insight on your Merc, then stay tuned, that's coming up next. Welcome back, all you guys and girls. As always, for all things gaming, all things Xbox, all the latest and greatest hints, tips, guides and builds, and just some fun gameplay and reviews of upcoming games, then why not hit that subscribe and bell icon. But for today I'm here to show you why I believe Insight is one of the best rune words that you can chuck straight over to your Mercenary. Now, I'm at Act 2 and there's a reason for that. It's where you probably get one of the best mercenaries you can get. They're widely thought of as probably the best merc in the game, and obviously where it's Act 2 they're a little bit easier to get hold of. So what we're going to do is we're going to bop straight outside the gates, and I'm just going to show you how my character plays for the moment. So I'm going to show you what he's got on, just so you know that's his setup, and I'm getting hit, so hopefully I can sort that out. Right, so let's just throw out some spells without hopefully dying. So as you can see, I'm chucking out my spells, and every time I'm casting, my mana on the right hand side is going down pretty fast. Yep, I've definitely got to work on this character a little bit. It's gone down in absolute abundance and I haven't got much regen. Now as you can see, apart from talking and having awful aim, I'm almost completely out of mana. So if you have a little look, I'm pretty much out of mana there, and then it's going to regen. So it's going up very slowly, but I would say probably less than a minute's worth of mana if I was just holding onto that button and spamming it straight forward, probably about 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds. In those tough encounters, it's not going to last, and you're going to find yourself doing exactly this and just potioning up all the time. It can get a bit of a pain, you can run out of them, you can die because you run out of them. So what's the better way around this? Well, we're going to bop straight back to our camp, and we're going to hire our mercenary back. Now I've bought Hassan, I really like this one, he's got pretty much exactly what I'm after. And one of the things you can do with your mercenary is chuck things on them. So don't worry about mine, he's still gearing up, but I just want to go over the rune word that I've chucked on him and why I'm using it on him. So here we have Insight. Now this is on a poleaxe, and it's not that hard to do. If you've hit hell, I would highly recommend looking out for a 4-slot poleaxe and trying to get your hands on these runes. The hardest one to get is Soul, and in all honesty, it's one of the easier rune words to actually make. So as you can see, this right here has level 17 meditation aura when equipped. Absolutely amazing, it works on everyone, and that's why you want this. Also it has plus 35% faster cast rate, 244% enhanced damage, plus 9 to minimum damage, 192% bonus to attack rating, adds 5 to 30 fire damage, plus 75 poison damage over 5 seconds, which even though it's not the highest, poison damage does actually knock them about a fair bit, and sometimes if there's a lot of immunes going on, it can really help to have a little bit of poison in some of your build somewhere. It also gives plus 4 to critical strike, plus 5 to all of the attributes of the mercenary, plus 2 to mana after each kill, and 23% better chance of getting magic items. So if they get the final kill, they have a slight chance of increased items dropping as well. It also has increased maximum durability, and the one that I had was luckily inferior, meaning it's got slightly better stats. If you can find that, chuck that straight on your mercenary, because inferior items don't break when they're on your merc. But the main thing we're using this for is for the sheer fact that it's going to be giving us that aura. Now as you saw, my mana was bopping down quite fast, to be perfectly honest. I'm semi-geared decent, but in those long battles it doesn't last anywhere near good enough. So if we go out again, and this time I'm going to decide to actually chuck everything on so that I don't fall over and look stupid. But I'll grab a few people when I can find some. Aha! And now I'm going to just cast. Now I'm not letting go of this button in the slightest. Look at my mana. he is basically acting as a complete mana reserve. It's mana on tap, it's nice and easy. As long as you can keep him up, you will deal a significant amount of damage. He himself does quite a bit of damage, and it works really well for hell mode. I found with this mercenary, things was just much easier. Obviously, if something's immune, or if you can't manage to take something out because you're not geared enough, that will be another thing. But if you're after being able to do a lot more damage, not running out of your mana, not having to potion up all of the time, and you're wondering why people use the word insight, exactly this. They're using insight because it helps your main character at an absolute abundance. I can literally just stand here and pretty much throw out as many of these as I want. I can cast all the time. I don't have to worry about anything really, because I'm able to have a little bit of regen in my build, and I've just got so much going on with that aura now. Honestly, if you're struggling with your class, if you're struggling with hell difficulty, try and gear your merc up a little bit, but first and foremost, make sure you make that insight word. It's not that hard to make, and it will definitely save you an abundance of time, an abundance of potions, and make things a little bit easier for yourself. Now, one thing to know, once you're maybe end game and you're trying to gear up a little bit more, you may be able to chuck over a rune word that's slightly more powerful, but this one can last you all the way through. If you want to use this completely through the entire game and even past that whilst you're gearing up, Insight is definitely viable. There are a few others, but they're much harder to make, and the runes are very hard to come by. So I'd definitely say, as soon as you can, make this rune word, as it's going to save you an abundance of time and just make things a lot easier for your gameplay. As always, all you gamers, I'll be bringing out a lot more hints and tips and guides, some for beginners, some for later game, but hopefully all of them will help you. As always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, take care. I'll see you on the next day.